The Iron Horse has been an ongoing investigation now for, I'd say about 8 years, maybe 10 years. And it's got to be one of the most haunted places I've ever been in. But the spirits at the Iron Horse, they're very welcoming. At first, for a while, for the first few months, it was like they were shy. They were real standoffish, and they kept their distance. But the more I went up there, the more they started coming out to me. Well, let me give you some quick history about the town of Hooper. In 1869, the Fremont Elkhorn and Missouri Valley Railroad, sometimes called the Elkhorn, was established in the state of Nebraska, and it ran through Hooper, Nebraska, around 1871. The town was named after Samuel Hooper, a U.S. congressman from Massachusetts. There is a spirit by the name of Frank Samuel that haunts the Iron Horse. Frank was a 41-year-old railroad worker. He was born in Austin, Texas in 1830 and started working for the railroad in 1860 when he was 30. Frank was only working for the Fremont, Elkhorn, and Missouri Valley Railroad a few years before he was killed one afternoon when he was pinned between two rail cars just outside of town in 1871. I have an EVP recording of Frank saying he's been gone for 5 decades, but in reality, Frank has been gone for about 145 years as of the date of the recording. I'm going to play for you 10 of the 68 EVPs that I have, and I will show you 16 of the 90 pictures that I have. These are good pictures. I've got over 100 pictures, and I've got to have at least 100 EVPs, but most of them are hard to hear. But I picked 10 of them out by random, of the good ones. But first, I want to call an employee by the name of Kathy. She's a cook and waitress at the Iron Horse. So hold on a second while I give her a call here, and I can ask her some questions and tell you about the Iron Horse.
Hello?
Hi, Kathy.
Hey, Dave.
What's going on?
Hold on a second. Let me put speak so I can hear you better and get out of the
Okay.
back the way of the dog. Okay. Okay. How are you?
Oh, I'm pretty good, and you?
Not bad.
Okay. Yeah, we're live on Facebook right now. I'm talking about the Iron Horse.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. You remember the first time I met you?
Kind of.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay.
When you came in and said that there's ghosts or spirits or something, and I said, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What happened is I came in, and when I came in, I saw a couple of them out there by the pool table. Then when I walked into the bar, I saw another one. And then when you came up to me, you were working as a waitress at that time. And
Yeah, I was.
you came up to me and I said, "Does anything weird going on around here, you know?" You kind of looked at me a little funny, you know, and I started telling you who I was. And you said, "Wait a minute, hold on." And you ran off into the kitchen. I guess you went and talked to Carmen. And then you came back out and you started telling me a bunch of things that you've witnessed. Why don't you tell the people here what you've witnessed?
Well, I don't know where to begin and how many times or how many things you want me to talk about, you know, but I know working in the kitchen, there were several occasions where we had things being thrown at us that when there was nobody in the kitchen. I was working, and I went to throw a piece of bread into the garbage and threw it over a rack of already stacked bread. And the heel of the bread came back rolling out from underneath the rack of bread. Now, bread doesn't roll unless it's wrapped in a ball, and this was still the piece of bread.
Yeah.
Came up from under there, and we had the cloth fly off the wall like it was going to try to hit my son, that somebody had just picked it up and thrown it at him.
Yeah.
Let's see, how about the one down in the basement? When there was my son Philip and two other guys, and we were sitting down there in the back room where it used to be a barber shop. And we had all the lights off and talking, and he had a little, like, must be a flashlight on his phone, I think, at that time. And had it kind of shining out and was talking, and all of a sudden I just happened to look over at the kid sitting next to me, and it was like the material on his shirt was being pulled out like somebody was pulling it with two fingers, you know? I don't know how you want to explain that, but like they were like pulling at him, and you could see it move 2 good times, and there was nobody there, and nobody touched it. And I was sitting right there. I saw the whole thing. There's been, we just got on tape where somebody, when I was in the back room on Chaser's side, and we were videoing this, and I'm just sitting there all by myself, and all of a sudden, when we played the video, we could hear someone say, "Is that you, Kathy?" in a deep man's voice.
Yeah.
That one probably is the one that has creeped me out the most, because I can't figure out who it is, you know. Cause, I mean, I've worked up here and been around up here for over 20 years, but there's only been a few people that have passed away that I would have known from coming in and in around this area.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, there's been scarier things happen upstairs. Not scary. I shouldn't say scary. They don't scare me, but we hear voices. I was in my room, and it was just me and my cat, and we're watching TV, and from behind us, behind the couch, it sounded like somebody was taking the Velcro on their shoes off and on and off and on. And my cat looked and I looked and nobody. And that was one time I was by myself, and another time my son was up visiting, and he went in to go use the bathroom, and it's quite a few rooms away from where we were living that the bathroom was. And he came back over to the living area, and he's like, "Okay, Mom, were you just in the kitchen?" And I said, "No." "Why?" And he said, "If somebody was in there, I heard them talking, and I thought it was you." And I said, "No, it wasn't me." I've heard voices say, "Come in." I've heard voices say, "Hi." But just recently, my niece was back from school. I don't know if I even told you this yet, Dave, but she came up the steps to visit me, and I thought she was already here. And I opened up our back door to let her in, and I heard someone say hi, and I said, "Hi, boy, you got up the steps quick." Opened up the second door, there was nobody there. You got to come up 27 steps before you can get into our little hallway to get into our room. And there was nobody there.
Yeah.
I heard hi, just plain as day.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff that happens up there day and night. But anyway.
There's a lot of orbs.
Oh, yeah, a lot.
A lot of orbs.
Yeah. Well, I got to get going, dear.
Okay. Well, thanks for calling me.
I'll talk to you later.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, bye, dear.
Bye.
Yeah. That's Kathy. I'm kind of pushing my luck. I've got an indicator down here on my software, and it goes from green to yellow and back into red a couple times, so I dare not risk calling Dale because I got a funny feeling we might lose the feed again. But anyway, I'm going to show you some pictures that we took, and I'll tell you a little bit about them.
Welcome to the Iron Horse, a 100-year-old restaurant in Hooper, Nebraska.
Sorry about that. First, I've got so much stuff going on, my mind is everywhere but here right now. I'm going to play a video. It's a copy of a news deal that Fox 42 News in Omaha did just before Halloween a couple years ago. And I'll tell you a little bit about it, okay? Here we go.
Welcome to the Iron Horse, a 100-year-old restaurant in Hooper, Nebraska.
But when you do believe, and you've seen it, and you've heard them, you know, it's no question, they're here.
A bar full of a different kind of spirit.
If you want to get involved, you can get involved. It would be highly appreciated. Sometimes you get a sensation that you're being watched. And that's what's happening now.
Dave Christensen is a paranormal investigator.
Because it's not a safe thing to do.
And one of his favorite haunts, this restaurant.
I want proof. You know, you just can't tell me something and think I'm going to buy it.
He finds extraordinary proof with ordinary tools. This is a laser grid, and Christensen tells me when it's dark outside, you turn this on and shine it on surfaces, and you can see spirits pass right through.
But they're here now. I can feel them.
Here's just some of the stuff captured on camera by Christensen. In this video, you can see an orb traveling through the bar, and if you listen closely, you can hear spirits talking. Do you see the orb in this photo? Take a closer look. And there's the outline of a face and eyes.
Somebody just passed by you over here.
Kathy Messier has spent 17 years on the job.
We have this bell we ring, and you hear the bell ringing, and there's nobody in there. And I just took the heel of the bread and threw it over towards the garbage can. And I turned around and was cooking and looked, and there was that piece of bread sitting on the floor next to me.
Years ago, when my wife and I, we lived upstairs and heard somebody walking upstairs. I get up to look, nobody there. Went down, checked the door is locked.
Strange sounds.
Why are you here?
Messages from the dead.
Then we also found out that
Even music. All from this place.
I don't want to go past 2 o'clock because once you go past 2, you start getting things coming around you don't want.
Christensen took me in the basement.
Come out here and talk to us, please.
That's where this audio was taken from.
There's people without bodies. That's all they are.
Questions from the living and from the dead. But what exactly are you seeing? Is it a trick of light or something else? Maureen Wirtz, Fox 42 News.
Yeah, Fox 42, they did a pretty good job up there. But while the reporter was talking to me, I saw 2 spirits pass up and over the top of her. And I mentioned it to her, and she just kind of gave me a funny look. But I'll play an EVP in a little while about me telling her that I saw them, okay? And then it gives a reply from the spirits. But I'm going to show you some pictures that we got from the Iron Horse. This is the Iron Horse out front. Now, look close at this picture. This picture was taken like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. When I was at the end of the bar there, I noticed a man standing in the corner, just behind that short little wall on the left. He was standing back there and he was watching me. And I turned around and I'm watching him, and he started walking across the room. You see him there? That's what I saw. I saw a dark, transparent man walking across the floor there. And as he got to the other side of the bar, he walked right through the wall. And it just dumbfounded me. One night when I was there, I was walking around, I was taking pictures, and I got this picture. It's hard to see the mist in the hallway there between the bar and the short wall where the tables and stuff are. Can you guys see any orbs in this picture? Now, this one was freaky because we saw it. I wasn't alone. There were 3 other people with me that night. That back door at the back of the pool room, when you open it, it squeaks. And I heard the door open, and I thought, well, who the hell's coming in the door? Because everybody that was in the building was right there in the room with me. And we watched in that white mist come walking right out of the room, right out of the back. You see it now? You guys see any orbs in here? There's a couple. Orbs are most common that photos that we get, but we've gotten some pretty strange ones from the Iron Horse. This little room here, it's down the basement. It's like a storage room, and when you go in there, you get this real creepy feeling. I mean, it's really unnerving. Now, look close. Remember that back door I told you about in the pool room? What do you see back there? The door squeaked again. This was a totally different night. This is about, it was about 1 o'clock, 1:30 in the morning. I was up there by myself. And I tell you, it was pretty unnerving. Let me go back so you can get it. See it? I got it circled. Now, what do you see here? That dark mist, as it came into the room, like it transformed into the shape of a man. Mind you, I'm up here by myself. I'm all alone. That's that creepy little room I was telling you about. See that orb? If you look close at that orb, you can actually see a face. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. But in the original picture, you can see the face. This one, back there, by that picture hanging on the wall on the left, there's an orb there. If you look close, you can see a woman's face. She's looking off, it would be to your left. See her face? That's my wife walking down through the hallway one night. See any orbs in there? That's the orb that was by her. I zoomed in on it. If you look real close at it, you can actually see a man's face. If you look really hard. This one, I'm gonna let you guys answer this. If you see anything in this picture, type yes. If you can't see what's in there, then I'll tell you here in a minute. Yeah, nobody's typing yes. There's a woman, a reflection of a woman in the mirror right there. You really have to look hard. I was the only one in that room. And when I turned around to leave the room, I noticed a woman standing in the mirror. And you can see the flash of my camera off to the side there. This is kind of creepy. See that dark smudge? It kind of looks like it's on the wall, but it's not. It's over the top of that girl's shoulder. And it goes up and over down by her hair. There's another face. This is downstairs. Downstairs in this restaurant. It is one of the creepiest places you could go into. I'm serious. We took some people in there one night. This one gal said she was a psychic. And there's an old furnace downstairs, a wood burner. And it was been in there for, I'd say 100 years. Okay? But she tried telling me that they had satanic worshiping going on downstairs and they were burning bodies in this furnace. Well, I know better than that. You know, I did a complete history about the Iron Horse, the town, and everything else. And Hooper is a very Christian-oriented town. There's a lot of Christian churches in that town. Okay, there's the end of the pictures. Now, I'm going to play for you some EVPs. Remember when I told you that I saw a couple spirits go over the top of this reporter from Fox 42? Well, I was recording at the time, and you will hear these two spirits. A man will say, "How did he know that?" And another man will say, "No way." It's kind of hard to hear, but you have to listen real close. If you want me to play it again, I will, but I'll play twice before it ends.
A couple of them been over your heads here, and there was one right straight across from me. A couple of them been over your heads here, and there was one right straight across from me.
Yeah, did you guys hear that? I know it was a little distorted and hard to hear, but one spirit said, "How did he know that?" And the other one said, "No way." Now, let's move on here. Oh, one night while we were doing an investigation, I got a recording of a baby crying, and what appears to be its mother, she said, "I'll go change him soon." Okay, here it is. Okay, did you guys hear that? If you guys want me to play any recordings again, let me know, will you? Just say, play the baby again or whatever, okay? Oh, here's one. This one's kind of freaky. I go up to the Iron Horse a lot for lunch. I just love their food. Oh, that Kathy and Carmen, Dale's wife, can they cook? But anyway, this ain't an advertisement, so I'll get back to what I was doing. I walked in there one afternoon, and I walked in the door over on the bar side of the restaurant, and I got this very, very uneasy feeling, this feeling of anger, this really creepy feeling. So I turned my recorder on, and I caught an EVP. It wasn't much, I didn't catch much of it. I didn't catch the beginning of it, but I caught part of an argument. And this woman tells another one, get out, you gotta go. And the other one says no. But towards the end of the EVP, there's a man that tells her that she has to go, but it's so distorted that you can't really make it out. So I'll play that one for you now. Oh, wrong one, my bad. Yeah, did you guys hear that? I don't know what the argument was about, but there's another recording that I have. I'm not sure if I got it here or not. One woman calls another woman a tramp. But I was up at the Iron Horse one night by myself. It was about 1:30 in the morning. And I was sitting in the pool room. They have some tables and chairs back there, and I was usually go back there to sit because that's usually where the spirits hang out. And I was sitting back there one night, and I knew that I had company. I just, wanted them to give me some kind of sign that they were there. And the spirit did. He pulled the chair out in front of me on the other side of the table where I was sitting. I about myself because I never expected that. I expected maybe a knock or something, but this chair literally pulled out in front of me. You'll hear the chair pull out, and you'll hear me say, give me a sign that you are here or something, and then you'll hear the chair pull out.
Give me a sign that you're here. Give me a sign that you're here.
Did you hear that? Did you hear the chair pull out? I'll tell you what, that was the last thing I ever expected, for that chair to move. Like I said, I expected a knock or something. Remember I talked to you a little about Frank? Well, I've got a recording of Frank, and in the recording he said, I've been gone for 5 decades. And you can hear his southern accent. I mean, this guy, he was from Texas. Okay, I'm going to play Frank now. Did you guys hear that? I've been gone for 5 decades. Well, actually, Frank hasn't been gone for 5 decades. Frank has been gone for, I don't know, 145 years from the date of that recording. Oh, here's one for you. It really pays off to be polite to spirits because they react to you better. A lot of people, when they go ghost hunting and stuff, they just ask questions and and that's the end of it. You have to remember, spirits, ghosts, used to be human. They are human. They used to be alive. They used to have a body. But they react to you in a way like, how should I put this? If you're good to them, they'll be good to you. Okay? That's the best way of putting that. In this recording, I'm going to tell the spirit that I'm going to turn the recorder off. And, yeah. And he says, okay. Then I say, I'd say, I'm going to turn the recorder off. And then I tell him, if you answer my questions, thank you. And he replies, you're welcome.
Okay, I'm going to turn the recorder off. If you answered my questions, thank you. Okay, I'm going to turn the recorder off. If you answered my questions, thank you.
I don't know if you guys heard him or not. It's hard to hear. A lot of EVPs, the spirits are so quiet that you have to boost the audio, just unbelievable. Then you got to lower your voice so it don't blow the ears out of everybody. But here's one from a guy who sounds like he's got an English accent. His name is James. And he wants to know what a recorder is.
What's this? What's this?
Okay, I cut it short before I finished playing the second time. But you can hear at the beginning where James says, what's this? And a faint male spirit replies to him, it's a tape recorder. And all that noise towards the back of it, the damn furnace came on and was blowing air, so it messed up that EVP pretty bad. But it came out well enough at the beginning because you can actually hear the accent of that spirit. And it sounded like an English accent. Now, I'm going to go into the one where the two female spirits were arguing. This, again, was during the day when I was up there for lunch. And the spirit says, quit talking about me. And this other spirit, female spirit, replies, you're a tramp. Oh, I'm sorry. The other female spirit said, you're cheap. I'll play it again. Yeah. I don't know what these two gals were arguing about, but I really don't give a dang. But one night, while I was up there, and I was downstairs, and I heard the faint sound of music. And you know that old tune, When the Saints Come Marching Home, or something like, whatever it's called? Well, I recorded that. And when I talked to Dale about it, he explained to me that upstairs over the top of the bar used to be a dance hall. And they used to have dances up there all the time, but now they just use it for a storage area up there, and there's nothing up there. But here's the sound of music. You listen close, because you can hear the band practicing when the saints come marching home, and they mess up a couple times while they're practicing. Now, we had some people with us. When I take people with me, all I ask is that they be quiet. Whisper. Keep your voices down so that we can do EVP. And I had this couple there that could not shut up. They just wouldn't shut up. Now, every once in a while, I'll take people in, and I'll kind of give them a little tour around the restaurant, upstairs and downstairs in the basement. And these two girls asked me if they could take the recorder down and talk to the spirits down there. And I said, well, yeah, okay, just bring it back up in a couple minutes, And so they took the recorder and they went downstairs. And these girls were asking these spirits questions. You'll get a kick out of this one. The one girl says, "You're not going to kill us, are you?" And the spirit replies, "Of course not. Don't worry." Here, I'll play it for you now.
Should you be worried? You're not going to kill us, are you? Should you be worried? You're not going to kill us, are you?
Yeah, she says, you're not going to... what the hell? I got so much junk on my mind tonight, I can't even keep my head straight anymore. And, does anybody have any questions that they want to ask about the Iron Horse? Is anybody interested in going up there some night for a ghost hunt, or just to hang around and see how we do it? Dale is pretty good about letting me in there. He'll close the bar down around 10 o'clock at night if I ask him, and he leaves me there by my lonesome because he trusts me. I've known Dale for years and years and years, and he's a hell of a good man, and so is his wife Carmen. But if anybody doesn't have any questions, again, I want to apologize for the mishap with the feed. I don't know what the heck happened. Facebook just dropped it all of a sudden. But I'm going to get out of here. I've got a couple more feeds I got to plan for other things that I do on Facebook. So let me see what's next. Oh, we're going to have a Wiccan priest, is what he calls himself, and he's going to talk about tarot cards. Now, if you're interested in him giving you a reading, he said that he could do it talking to somebody online. And That'll be next Thursday night. Oh no, it'll probably be sooner than that because this is going to be on Night Talk. Is where we're going to be doing that. On Night Talk sometime. Probably Thursday night. Okay, we'll see what the heck happens. But anyway, I got to get out of here. I got so much stuff I got to get done tonight, and I'm not getting it done right now. So thanks everybody for coming, and I hope you guys tell other people to come and visit us because we need some traffic, and if you guys like this, I need more viewers, So I'll talk to you guys later. You all have a good night.
You're gonna come back and see us, aren't you? You better. We need you. We gotta have you. We depend on you. Come on back and see us. The feed is over. Sleep well.